this one, like I said, it's going to be ranking all the 5 main strength sports from worst to best. So I'll go over them again. We've got Strongman, Powerlifting, CrossFit, Bodybuilding, and Olympic weightlifting. So, obviously I'm probably going to have a slight bias towards powerlifting, with that being the main sport that I do and perform in, and I'm at an elite level at. But we'll see what I think about the rest. So, coming in at number 5, what I believe is the worst of the main strength sports is CrossFit. This is because most of the events aren't really a good show of strength, as in they're more of muscular endurance exercises rather than muscular strength exercises. And for me, something that classifies as being a strength sport needs to be focusing more on the muscular strength rather than the muscular endurance. However, it is on the list because just of the sheer amount of power and force that is needed to do CrossFit. It's a very tough sport. I've never tried it, but I can tell from just looking at that, they're very strong, they're very tough. They've got a very good gas tank as well, the performers that do CrossFit. Some examples that you do in CrossFit, we've all seen the pull-ups that they do in CrossFit, where is it really a pull-up that just get the chin above the bar? But you've got to draw a line somewhere. Again, it's like squats. A lot of people, like bodybuilders, might, but be like ass to grass. That's what made them what they say. But us powerlifters, no chance. We don't need to go that deep. We've got to draw the line somewhere. It's on its same as that. We've all seen them doing clean and jerks, or just the cleans. But we've seen them do all sorts of different things. That's what I like about CrossFit, is the variety. It is like a variety show. Moving on to number 4, which we've already touched on, is Olympic weightlifting. You probably could have predicted these two being at the bottom, judged on previous videos that I've done. But we'll talk about the positives of Olympic weightlifting first. Obviously, it's you could make the argument it's the most high profile of the strength sports, with it being in the Olympics, which is a pinnacle of all sports. However, at the moment, it may be getting phased out of the Olympics, so what do you just call it then? Just weightlifting, not Olympic weightlifting. It's a bit strange. Hopefully powerlifting takes its place. It'd be a nice stage to elevate powerlifting. And maybe it takes its spot at the World Games, swap the two around. But more into weightlifting and breaking it down. You do the clean and jerk, which is where you want to pull the bar off the ground, you want to get it to your shoulders, and then you want to push it above your head. Whereas the snatch, which you perform first, you get the bar a bit wider of a grip, and then you need to get the bar all the way above your head in one motion. The reason why I'm not too keen on it is because they're both similar. Like, I'm comparing everything to powerlifting because I am a powerlifter. Again, I know more about powerlifting than the other 4 events. But look at the squat. You've got a bar on your back. You're moving down and then you're coming back up. You've got a bench. You're pressing it up and down. And you've got a deadlift. You're pulling something off the ground. They're 3 similar in ways, but very different movements. Whereas the snatch and the clean and jerk, to someone that's that's never ever seen Olympic weightlifting before, I just think why they're doing 2 things that are pretty much the same. As well, if we analyse what used to be in Olympic weightlifting as well, they used to have a third lift, which was basically just if we've seen a strongman, we've seen an axle press, where you get the bar up on your chest, and then you've got to press it up, just like straight up. So it's like a clean and jerk, but just the jerk bit, when you've got to have flat feet. So the reason that was kicked out is because it was sort of like turning into a mid-air bench press. So I'll show you from this angle, instead of standing upright and pushing a bar up, people would arch backwards and try and push it up more like that, to get more chest and back power into it. Where instead of, as well as getting leg drive and, taking all, like, it's supposed to be a shoulder exercise, but like making it more a full body exercise, which you can't blame the athletes for doing. I'd do that, it makes sense. Right, so moving on to the number 3, we've got bodybuilding. So I put bodybuilding at 3rd, in the middle of the list, because it's a strength sport. most of it does take place in a gym lifting weight, displaying your strength. Bodybuilders tend to do between 8 and 12 reps, maybe a few more, definitely no less than 8, maybe 5 at an absolute push. But you want to be sticking to that 8 to 12 repetition range, which is a good, nice rep range to be displaying strength and power, rather than CrossFitters, doing events that last upwards of 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes, where that's more endurance based, whereas bodybuilding, you're training a lot more strength based. How it cannot get higher because, like us powerlifters, will train and lift weight in the gym, and then on the platform, when we're performing, we'll lift weight. Same with strongmen, you'll lift weight and then you'll go and do it on the platform lifting weight. Whereas bodybuilders, you're not showing the strength you've gained, you're showing it in, not by lifting the weight, but by the aesthetics, which about 50% of that is more of your diet, rather than, to get the leanness, and the diet helps pack on muscle as well. It does with all sports, but getting that extremeness of a cut and all that, it's a lot more in the kitchen rather than, it's 50-50, whereas powerlifting and strongman's a bit more, but it's a lot more based on what you perform in the gym. However, I do like just seeing what the body can be pushed to, aesthetically, which also links nicely to number 2, where I put in strongman, where you're seeing how far the body can be pushed. I touched on this in last week's video, where I tried a bit of strongman myself, and the only flaw I had with it is mainly the weight classes. So any strongman purist will then go and tell me, oh, there is weight classes. I'm like, yeah, I do know there is weight classes in strongman, it's just not really popular. So if we look at Olympic weightlifting, people go and watch different weight classes. Same with powerlifting. People might go and watch a 74 class in powerlifting. Just whatever. You might go and watch your own body weight to make it more relative to you. Whereas strongman is showing what the body is humanly capable of. However, it's just not really. It doesn't really translate well to the general public because who weighs 200 kilos? It's a ridiculous amount of body weight to be carrying around. And as well, if you're not training and you're 200 kilos, you're going to struggle to walk. You're almost going to be bed bound. It's going to be tough. It'll be tough being that size. But I do really, really like the events in Strongman. We'll link back to CrossFit, where I say it's more of there's everything there. There's everything. We've got pushing things above your head, pulling things off the ground, picking big stones up, running with things on your back, picking cars up, flipping anything, pulling, throwing kegs above your head. It's so much fun to watch Strongman. And if we're basing this on a viewer, I think Strongman would be number 1. Based on viewing, just because of the variety show, and just be marvelled by the sheer weight being lifted. However, number 1, as I said, I warned you at the start, it is going to be powerlifting, because I do have a bias towards that with me being a powerlifter. But if we try to sort of take away that bias, I am going to say powerlifting because there's weight classes which makes it more relatable, like Olympic weightlifting. You do 3 things, and there are 3 very distinct things. Unlike Olympic weightlifting, we only do 2 not very distinct things. It's very relatable. Everyone in school they know the bench PBs, and stuff like that. It's just what you know. Anyone that goes to the gym, they'll squat and they'll do a bit of bench. Some do deadlift, some don't. But everyone that goes to the gym does a bench. So instantly makes powerlifting easy to watch for most people. And like I touch on the weight classes, make it relatable. I think the fact that it's 3 makes it could be a downfall because it's predictable, but then you also will be able, the performers will be able to push those lifts in the body weight classes to the absolute limit. Rather strongman, there's tons upon tons upon tons of different events, so it'd be very hard, to get someone that's you know, to be able to find, you know, set world records that are incredible in, like, I don't know, thinking of it, the overhead press. So we'll go with the log press. You know, if strongman just consisted of a deadlift, a log press, and a hammer hold, the standard across those three would be a lot higher than it is now. And if powerlifting consisted of, we've got the three main ones, we'll stick an overhead press in there, we'll stick a grip test, we'll stick a keg toss, you know, stuff like that. The standard of squat, bench and deadlift wouldn't be as high as it is. So yes, it makes it more predictable, but yes, you do see, you know, what the body is truly capable of on those three lifts. You know, and you really get to see how well those lifts can be done and the sheer weight that can be moved for people in the respective weight classes. So I've touched on before, we always you generally tend to look at who's lifting the most weight. So on the raw side, would that be more popular? We look at like Big Jesus in the IPF. We'll stick to looking at the IPF with them all being tested athletes as well. However, you may tend to, you know, if you're a smaller person, you may look like me, and you know, you may want to think, oh, what's someone like my body weight doing? You know, I weigh about 80 kilos, 78 kilos. Alright, there's an 83 kilo body weight class. We've got Delaney Wallace. Alright, 300 squats, you know. That's right, I know what to work towards. You know, it puts it, you know, it's sort of in your shoes and you get to look at it from that perspective. So there I thought I'd just give my opinion in this video about what I like, why I like certain sports, why I dislike certain sports. Like, you've seen me do a lot of bodybuilding in videos, you've seen me do a bit of strongman, however you primarily do see me do powerlifting, so I just thought I'd let you know about the rest, what else is out there. Well, I'm not going to be doing CrossFit or Olympic weightlifting, especially not Olympic weightlifting, where all you are just pushing things above your head. You saw in my strongman video, I'm not keen on putting things above my head. I stick to very light weights generally. But yeah, that's about it. Powerlifting is my favourite of the strength sports. It's my favourite sport going. It is, as my dad says, it includes God's favourite lift, the deadlift. Just how much weight can be picked off the ground. You know, you've always got the untested side as well. So there's plenty to go out with powerlifting. Always tons of different goals to set yourself. We open powerlifting and the world records. But that's a wrap on this. I thank you for joining me, and until next time, keep lifting big weight.